Expression Initiative at home. Today we're talking about mindfulness, and we're talking about feelings within mindfulness. So what does that mean? Like, what do feelings have to do with mindfulness? Mindfulness is about being present, right? It's about being here in the moment. It's about not thinking about the future and not thinking about the past. It's about being here. So how can the future and the past affect being here now? And how can that affect our feelings? Let's start off. Okay, ready? So we have feelings, emotions. There's another word for emotions, feelings. Emotion, there's an interesting word. So energy in motion is a feeling. So emotion, energy in motion. So how we feel, what energy we have in action, that's what emotions are. So if I'm feeling sad, I'm in the energy, my energy level is quite low, so it's going to be resonating out at a slower vibration. So therefore, emotion, energy in motion. If we're happy, it's a higher frequency. So therefore, again, energy in motion, emotion. So why would thinking about the future or thinking about the past affect us now? Well, if we feel like we're not getting something in the future, that we're not achieving something, then we're lacking in what we feel, so therefore we feel anger that we don't have what we want, or frustration that we don't have what we want. So why do we feel anger and frustration? If we're thinking about the future and thinking about the past, well then we can be thinking about things that we haven't got, and what I call it my negative folder. So inside my head I've got lots of negative things that happened to me in life, and can be considered negative things that have happened to me in life. And sometimes when I go through that folder, I get emotional. I get low level frequency emotional. I get upset and I get angry. So I don't go in that folder very often. It's a way of controlling my emotions. The other thing that I find interesting is that there was a test done that asks the question is this. So when I smile, it creates a feeling. And if I force myself to smile, it changes how I interact with everything that I'm doing, because I'm smiling. I'm not bringing a negative energy to that. And there was a test done to see that, does happiness come because I'm smiling, or am I smiling because I'm happy? It's an interesting question, isn't it? You can force happiness, a feeling of happiness, by forcing a smile. It's very hard to be negative when you're holding a smile. And the longer you hold that smile, the more genuine the feeling becomes, and you begin to feel happy. We do have feelings, and they help us figure out what we want. It's like an emotional guidance system that we can use to gauge how we're feeling, whether we're happy or sad. I mean, it starts off, I believe the scale is like, at the top is love, absolute love, right? And the bottom is absolute fear, right? So between love and fear, there's a whole range of emotions. Like in the middle, I'd say it was like complacency and a feeling of blur, a feeling of nothing. You don't feel happy, you don't feel sad. That's in the middle, right? And then from that, you've got like, you've got heightened emotions, you've got happy emotions, you've got happiness, you've got, excitement, you've got joy, you've got, ultimately love at the top. And then if we move down the scale, then we've got sort of complacency and then boredom. We've got like a lack of we'd have sadness, we'd have depression, we'd have frustration above that, I imagine. We have an emotional guidance system to help us work our way through the world. And this serves us to have this emotional guidance system so that we can experience what's in this world and know what we like and what we don't like, and what works and what doesn't work for us as we choose to live our lives. But an emotional guidance system, it's not like, now think about it, like you don't feel emotions, you don't think about your emotions changing, right? So inside your head you've got a gland, and I believe it's the hypothalamus, that creates all of the chemicals that make you happy and sad. So you have one little thing that's squeezing out all these emotions, and it's reactive. So if you choose to bring on happy thoughts, it starts pumping out happy juice to make you happy. If you start thinking negative thoughts, it mirrors that and it pumps out negative chemicals to make you feel, to align with what you're thinking. So if you can think about what you're thinking about, like if you're in a loop, and the hardest thing is being stuck in a loop. I've had it, of what they call a feedback loop, where you get frustrated at something and it just keeps coming into your memory. This thought, oh, I'm annoyed, oh, this thing happened. And it keeps looping. And it's really hard to break, or it can be hard to break. First step is wanting to change. You can't change unless you actually have a desire to change. No one's going to change you. You can only change yourself. You have to fix yourself if you want to improve your life, if you think that you can improve your life with your emotions. According to Tony Robbins, a well-known motivator and personal development coach, there's 6 human needs that we all require. The first one, certainty. Right, to be happy or to have control of our feelings, we need certainty. We need to know we've got a roof over our heads. We need to know where food is coming from. There's things we need certainty about. We need to know that we're going to survive. Okay. The other thing we're going to need is uncertainty. We need surprise and we need difference and change and variety to keep us alive and active and thinking and moving, because we are looking for answers and we need an adventure to do that sometimes. And you can create your own adventure. That's allowing uncertainty, because adventure is the unknown, really, isn't it? The other thing we need is significance. Significance is a need, feel important somehow. Like it could be, to be a really good big brother. It could be to be a really good little sister. It could be to be a great provider for your family. Whatever it is. I mean, there's so many different ways we can find significance in life, but it's really important. So significance is a key one. The fourth one would be love and connection. Okay, love and connection to people around you, to be able to share our energy and our thoughts and the things that we learn and the experiences of our lives, and to get some feedback on that and excitement and return to share, because it's, I suppose, connected. Love and connection is to share your energy more so. Okay, so the fifth one is growth. We need to keep learning. We need to get, because if you're not growing, then you're in a state of entropy, right? So you just, it's breaking down. I used to look after old people, and they used to say, use it or lose it. If people stop walking, they just stop walking. They wouldn't be able to walk anymore. You've got to use your brain. You've got to use your mind. You've got to use your emotions positively for you and for the best of those around you. And that will cause growth. You'll keep learning. The last one is contribution. To be part of something, to share yourself with a larger group. It might be, bringing a plate of food to a meal. How would you feel? How do you feel when you see a table of food and people are choosing your food? It feels pretty good, and it feels good to be able to provide part of that. It could be artwork. It could be being part of a team. That could be your contribution. There's lots of different ways of looking at it. I'm not picking just one for everybody. I'm kind of just generalizing on a few of these things. But let's keep this simple. Okay, ready? Everybody works to different scales. Everybody has had a different model put before them. The way your parents were, or your idols, or your mentors have all chosen to do something a certain way. That's worked for them. You need to find your way. And that's going to take trial and error. That's what I call trial runs of success. You might get it, you might not get it, but you're always learning, right? So if you put yourself out there emotionally and you get hurt, or you receive love, either way you've learned something. So that's a human need. That's the 6 things we need if we really want to feel like a productive human, I think. Okay, so I'm going to wind it up now. So I want to thank you for joining in the conversation or listening to my meanderings. I'd love for you to respond. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. If this works for you and it helps for you, I'd love to hear. So leave a comment or send us an email, or just give us some feedback. So the next part is your part. Okay, so I've put some time in creating these. I need you to comment, like, share, you know, the usual kind of thing with these videos. But more importantly, I want your comments to ask questions or raise questions for you or me or anybody who's watching. I want this to be a conversation that's traveling on in the comments. Again, if you're struggling with any of this stuff, or I've just leapt off too far, just send me a message. You can reach me through our Instagram page or through our Facebook page, or you can email me directly. All my information is on the website. If you go to edys.com.au, you can find me there. But I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for letting me share what I've learned with you guys, and hopefully it'll help you through this time. So stay healthy, be kind to one another, and wash your hands. Hi guys, thanks for watching the video. Can you like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification, everything you need to do, you know what you need to do. Can you do it please? That'd be great. Alright, cool. See you in the next one guys. Take care.